One of the biggest financial debates today is, should you buy a house or live on rent and invest the rest of the money? Some say renting is a waste of money, while others believe buying a house is a financial trap. So, who is actually right? Well, today we are settling this debate once for all. By end of this video, you will have a clear answer on what works best for you. So, let's get started. Did you ever wonder how did this idea of forever renting begin? A few decades ago, buying a house was seen as a life goal, something you've absolutely had to do. But in recent years, the mindset has shifted. More and more people are choosing to rent instead of buying. And why? Because of two major reasons. First, the growth of corporatization and the rise of specific cities as job hubs that made renting a more flexible options. People no longer want to be tied down to one place and they want to move wherever opportunities calls, and renting gives them that freedom. Second, financial experts have been shouting from the rooftops that instead of locking your money in real estate, you should invest in higher return assets like mutual funds and equity stocks. And what's the argument? These investments grow faster than property. But does this strategy actually hold up in the long run? To answer that, let's look at some of the numbers. Let's assume you want to live in a house that's worth 1 crore. You got two options, rent it or buy it. If you rent, you will pay around 25,000 to 30,000 per month as rent. That's about 3 to 4 lakhs per year. But if you buy the same house, you will need 20 lakhs as down payment and take a loan of 80 lakhs with interest of 8 to 9%. Your EMI comes to around 80,000 per month. Now add maintenance, property tax and other expenses and suddenly buying seems way more expensive than renting. So the obvious question is, why should anyone buy when renting is so much more cheaper? Well, the key lies in how these numbers change over time. Rent increases by 5 to 7% every year, but your EMI stays fixed. In 10 years, your rent will almost double. In 20 years, it will be nearly 4 to 5 times higher. But if you have taken a 20-year loan, by the time that's over, you stop paying completely. Meanwhile, a renter will keep paying for life and at a much higher cost. So yes, in the short term, renting feels smarter, but in the long run, it's a different story. So let's get real for a moment. Say you buy a house at aged 30. You pay off your home loan in 20 years. By the time you're 50, the house is fully yours. And if your income increases, you could even pre-close the loan and own the house even earlier. But if you rent, you're still paying at 50, 60 and even 70. And after retirement, when there's no regular salary, will you still be comfortable paying increasing rent? That's a huge burden. Don't forget, home loans also come with tax benefits. So your actual cost of borrowing comes down. And if your EMI is just 25 to 30% of your income, then buying starts to make a lot more sense. But what about the invest the difference argument? Now here's a classic counter. Instead of paying 80,000 EMI, why not just rent for 30,000 and invest the rest? Sounds smart, right? But here's the actual problem. Actually, there are three problems. First, real estate appreciates. That 1 crore house today at just 7% annual growth, in 20 years it will be worth 4 crores. Second, let's say you invest 50,000 every month in mutual fund at 12% return. In 20 years, you will hit 5 crores. But by then, the house you wanted has already crossed the 4 crore mark. While you feel you're still making financial sense, it's important to understand the next point, and that's the most important one. The invest the difference strategy requires extreme financial discipline. Let's be honest, most people don't actually invest the full amount because there is rent escalations, then you spend it on lifestyle upgrades, vacations, maybe even a new iPhone every year. The end result? They neither own a house nor have enough wealth to buy one later. So while it sounds good in theory, in reality, it only works if you're financially disciplined. That said, is real estate a good investment? Some say real estate isn't a great investment. Yes, stock can give higher returns, but real estate has one big advantage. It rarely loses value over the long run. Historically, real estate grows by 7 to 10% annually, and even during bad times, it holds up pretty well. Plus, you're actually using the bank's money via loan to build an appreciating asset. And let's not forget, this is an investment you can live in. Not just some numbers on the screen, but a space that's yours. Beyond numbers, there's the emotional joy of owning a house. When you rent, you're always at the mercy of a landlord. Want to hang shelves? Need permission. Paint a new wall color? Permission. Renovate your workspace? Probably not allowed. But when it's your own house, you do what you want, no restrictions, no stress whatsoever. And most importantly, no fear of eviction or rent hikes. That's stability and peace of mind. So, what's the final answer? Should you buy or rent? Well, there's no one size fits all. If you move cities often, want to have flexibility, hate long commitments, renting makes sense for you. But if you value stability, want your own space, and are ready for smart financial decision, then buying is the better choice. However, never make the mistake of buying a home in your 20s or in your early 30s, as this can drain your savings drastically. Also, you may end up purchasing the house that you may want to upgrade soon. Instead, make the decision when you're already made a decent savings and also have sufficient financial backup like an emergency fund and so on and so forth. The key is, don't just look at short-term savings. Think about where you see yourself in 10, 20 or 30 years. And if you can afford that EMI without straining your lifestyle, then buying a house is never a bad decision you'll ever make. So, what do you think? Are you team rent or team buy? Let me know in the comments below. That's it from me. I'm Nikhil Verghese. Share this video and subscribe to learn how to make your finances less tricky with Finicky.